The maid accidentally tripped when she was serving the food, but the woman's face was cut out of a very deep cut. The woman's face was clearly bleeding, but her first reaction was not to go to the hospital for help, but to quickly go back to the room and take out a piece of her face skin from the drawer. At this moment, the husband, who was followed by the police, ran into the scene. The husband was terrified to find that the woman had a wound on her face, but the way he repaired it was not to his face, but to the skin on the table. This stunned the husband. He didn't know why his wife did this. However, when he saw his wife put the repaired face skin on her face, he was instantly bruised. Only then did the husband realize that his wife might not be a human being. But his wife thought that the husband didn't find out that she was a bad person, so she quickly covered her face with her hand, afraid that the husband would see that his face had recovered. But as the husband got closer and closer, his wife simply hugged his husband and kissed him. She thought that this could be a cover-up, but when the husband's hand touched his wife's back, he found that the skin on his wife's back had a connected scar like a fish scale. This immediately scared the husband. He immediately remembered the advice of his cousin 3 days ago. His wife's skin is not his own. It turned out that 3 days ago, his cousin came to the Shen family as a guest. It is said that his cousin has never entered the women's dormitory, but he loves his new second wife very much. His cousin thought that his second wife must be beautiful. Unexpectedly, he accidentally saw the appearance of his second wife. His cousin was stunned for a moment. He immediately determined that the second wife was not the one, because he had seen the face of his second wife a month ago. This face belonged to the other woman. At that time, the woman asked his cousin to sew a dress for her. At first, his cousin thought that he had a business deal, so he agreed. Unexpectedly, the next day, when his cousin went to the house to deliver clothes, he was terrified to find that the woman had died, and the cause of death was that she was too pretty. Her face was dug by a fox demon, so his cousin saw that the face of his second wife was exactly the same as that young lady. He immediately determined that his second wife was the fox demon who dug people's faces. He married the man just to absorb his spirit and completely cultivated it into her fox spirit. Unexpectedly, the man did not believe it after hearing it. Instead, he advised his cousin not to believe this strange rumor. He firmly believed that there were no demons in the world. He told his cousin to go home as soon as possible, but his cousin could not bear to see the man die, so he immediately brought a fox skin with his second wife. Seeing how calm his cousin and his second wife were, the man also began to suspect his second wife, so he took the fox skin with him to see his second wife to see if she would be afraid. But when his second wife saw the fox skin, she was completely scared. His cousin therefore determined that his second wife must be a fox demon. His second wife also reacted immediately. The woman explained that he had just been burned by a warm stove. That's why he was so shocked. He said that he had changed his clothes and had to hurry back to the house. His cousin then rushed to say that his second wife must be a fox demon. He thought the man had also seen this, but he would rather believe the words of his second wife. But the man was completely confused by his second wife. He not only drove his cousin away on the spot, but also came to his second wife's room alone. Seeing how his second wife was so beautiful and warm, the man couldn't help but want to have a baby with her. As a result, the next second, the man hand touched the servant's clothes. There was really a fish scale-like scar on his second wife's back. He also realized that what his cousin said might be true. His second wife explained that this scar was cut by a stone when he was a child.